We're doing our defensive MVPs for Ohio State at the halfway point. Would the defensive MVP be Chase Young?
Yes.
Obviously.
Would the second defensive MVP be Jeff-okudah?
Correct.
Of course.
All right, so we are eliminating them from consideration. We used to do these awards at cleveland.com for like the best athletes in Cleveland. We had awards like our own, like little Emmys. I think we call them the cleveland.commies. I think that's right. And I suggested that we have the LeBron James Player of the Year award because it was like if we just had it be an award, he would have won it every year that he was here. So we named it after him, and then somebody else could win it. So no Chase, no Jeff-okudah. Who other than those guys is the defensive MVP for the Buckeyes?
I'm going to go with Shaun-wade as a slot corner for those guys. They talked about today how a lot of teams like to attack slots. That's part of their offense. He's the only only DB, if you include Jordan Fuller in that, who doesn't have an interception, but he also leads them in deflections. I think he might have the most targets. I'll have to look that up. But, yeah, I think in his role, he's playing the best as a tackler. He's playing the best as a cover guy. And when teams are constantly attacking you and they're not getting catches off of you, you're doing your job.
Try Project Text. Go to cleveland.com/OSU. 14-day free trial to get texts from me every day. Nathan Baird, who's your number 3 defensive MVP?
I'm going to go with Malik Harrison, and this linebacker group as a whole has played better than I think people were expecting, or at least there was some trepidation that some of the struggles from last year would carry over to this year because it was a lot of the same names in the same places, doing a lot of the same things. But Harrison's a really strong linebacker. I think he's underrated nationally, and just his presence on the field week to week is very stable, and I think this whole defense can kind of build off of that.
You guys left my guy so I could say it. I'm excited.
You're welcome.
Baron Browning. Here's why. He's still splitting snaps with Tough Borland, and we talk about that on Buckeye Talk every week because people love to ask us about that. 2 plays from the Michigan State game. One, he lines up as a rush end next to Chase Young. They decide not to block him, and he gets a sack. That's Baron Browning rushing the passer. Later, he drops into coverage. They try to hit an open guy. He jumps up in the air, tips the pass, which I'm not sure any other linebacker on this team would have been able to do. Jordan Fuller picks it off. The guy can do a lot of things, and they are finally putting him in position to do a lot of things, and we're getting to see why Baron Browning was a 5-star recruit. The whole point is there's lots of candidates. There's 2 guys at the top, but I think there's this other group below guys. The top 2 guys are going to be like top 10 picks in the NFL draft. But they have like 5, 6, 7 other guys who are really impactful. I think some of the defensive tackles could have been on a list like that. Anyway, we're going to do an offensive MVP. We're going to do some other videos this week. We want to make sure we continue our coverage during the bye week. Steven, Nathan, Doug for cleveland.com.